Well, winter can be beautiful, at least right now it is, if it weren't so darn deadly. Hello everyone and welcome back to Manor Lords Megacity Edition. Megacity, it's not yet. A new family moves in though, so this is something, another step forward to 40 people now that we have. And in this case here, I would like to start this episode with my trading post, where we do have war bows in, but still not that much trading going on with it. So what I would like to do here is, as my first order of business, I would like to establish a trade route here. With that, we get a dedicated trader now that is going to export these war bows for us. And yeah, we are actually also going to reduce that minimum surplus here to 20, just so that we can actually make some decent dough out of that. Definitely, we're piling up war bows right now. And yeah, there is now the trader stocks the goods for sales. Magdalena it is. Oh, look at that, another family moving in. And in that case, with that, we can start with the exporting. We have also finished the apiary in the last episode. So yeah, this family is really diligently working on that. And we can also see this here. The first honey is in already, also then ready to be sold at the market. And of course, with that, adding another type of food. Now, one more thing that we want to have a look at is my storehouse right here, which is piling up, right? We got leather in, we got the planks in, we got shoes in now, the first of many. So 3 shoes we have in already. Yeah, let's actually go ahead and upgrade this storehouse here to a large storehouse, as we're really close already to the maximum capacity. 250 is not a lot, 2500 will be a bit more, and this is the upgrade coming out of this. Now, we have 14 families right now living, 16 is my living space, so we have 2 more that we can accommodate. And yeah, once we're down to 1, we might actually add more burgage plots then. Now on to the real deal, and that is of course the manor house, the first manor house that we should actually get cracking on, and that is what we need for the retinue and also for basic taxation. So this one here, if we look at the city, of course there can be only one suitable location for this manor house, and that is right on top of this hill here. I think I like this location a lot. This is a small manor house, probably not going to get that many towers or so. Going to build it right on top of this, right here, and we can basically commit right away to this construction. I would like to go ahead and actually delete this road here again. We don't really need it for now. I would like to have a road rather going away here along the church, so that we have this connection, and then probably going all the way up here just beside the manor house, right? Going then over here to the next city district or something like that. And there you go. Right, this should actually work out. And with that, a huge construction on the way. It's going to take a while for this to finish, but it's going to be worth it, I think, when we have it then right up here on this smaller hill. Next step is then the big hill. Another family moves in this case here. We still have a bit of room left. So let's just wait it out for the storehouse to be finished. Still also requires more timber. Speaking about timber, in this case here, I might want to also upgrade my hitching post at some point now. That's 2 planks, and with that we would have another oxen available. So let's actually also go ahead and do this upgrade. While these things are on the way, we can actually continue with, yeah, the next residential zone we should probably go ahead with. For this, I would like to continue with that road here, going over, right, as we have already a nice healthy connection there. And then we probably can go ahead and make us, yeah, another block of houses here. This will be a bit tricky to implement because we have some curved roads. We could also go all the way down to this area, right, and have huge courtyards, as you can see. So the game actually gives you a lot of freedom in this case. I might want to try a block like this, as strange as it's looking. It might actually look fine, and then we're going to have another block over here going towards this area, also with tiny courtyards again. At least for some egg production or for artisan construction, this should be fine, right? So this is a lot of additional houses, and then we can have another road just behind it along the courtyard of these guys here, moving then over into this area there. I want to keep it as curvy as possible, so that we don't that it actually looks like a chaotic medieval village. There it is. This one moves over then, right, and probably makes the connection with this road here. before it continues. Probably also then to another market square that we might have here. And this one can be a bit more edgy. Right, something like this perhaps. A stretched one, so that we have another block of buildings than possible over there. We'll just see. And in this case here, we still have 4 more market stalls available that we can have. So I should also work on getting another market area over. We could have... It's very hard to see with the snow actually. We could have, of course, another road here. Or I'm actually making this market location right along this one and the well. I think this is actually also totally fine to do. Perfect. There you go. We've received reports of a band of raiders roaming the nearby lands. Should we track their steps? Yes, let's do this. And this actually starts a countdown. So in 1 year, we're going to have an attack. Right? In 1 year, there's someone that is going to attack us. We don't know their size yet, how many, and what their actual intentions are. Total destruction or just looting some items. We'll just see. And until then, we definitely need to have some kind of army prepared. It's not a lot of time though. Alright, the planks are coming in, the stone is coming in, the timber is still going to take some time, right? So for that you need the ox. We only have 1 ox available right now. We have, however, yep, very nice, sold some war bows in the meantime. Lots of them too. So we're sitting at 100 wealth right now on that. And this means I can actually order another ox. Let's have a look at the stable. There it is. But 20 coin, that's not a lot, right? We do get a second ox then working for this as well. The thing is, I can also then assign an ox to the logging camp directly. This would then also be nice. That is then just working for the logging camp and just 1 working for construction at all times. So with that, we can also save more time. Let's wait for this oxen to come in. In the meantime, of course, construction continues. The next burgage plots, just on time really, as more families move in. And this one here... Let's actually increase the priority for the manor house. Don't get fooled by the progress here. As long as there's no timber in, it's not going to be finished. Even though there's lots of people working here at the moment. They're all waiting, there it is, for the ox. Immenroyd is being claimed right now. This doesn't sound good. As Immenroyd is the territory I wanted to go for. Problem is, I cannot do anything about that. We have no favor, we have no influence that I could use here, and we have no soldiers that I could use to resolve the claim on the battlefield. So I will just have to let him be, have him fun with the territories. At some point we'll have to claim them again. Alright, it's spring, March, we have survived the first winter. That's not a big surprise. Abbott will see another year. It's year 2 now, actually. We have finished the manor. Very good. Policies have been unlocked with that. Policies is something at the early access that I'm not very fond of. So we can get for strict fastening, reducing our food consumption, but also decreasing approval rating. We could also just push wild animals on rich deposits, but we would reduce our yields from crops. Also not something I'm very fond of, honestly. Look at this manor house location. It's beautiful. I love the vegetation around it. And also, of course, the elevation looking down on Abbott over here. This is my new house, my new seat, where we can actually have some fun with. All the way up here, looking down on Abbott. Still a lot of people here. Adding the finishing touches, right? A nice little garden here would also do wonders for me, for my well-being. Other than that, lovely location indeed that we have here now. Now, the manor house itself is also living space, by the way, right? So there's also people that can live here. So let's also add a fuel reserve of, let's say, 10, right? And with that, we also have some people living here. Now, about the taxes. The taxes will decrease my approval rating, but they increase my personal wealth that we can use to increase my retinue. We are starting now with a base retinue here of 5 that we have, right? So I can also customize them. these are the guys right now. 5, so 5 families that need to live here. And these guys here, basically we can upgrade. We can also add better armor for them for more money. And we can also personalize them and their look. For now, yeah, let's go with a sexy violet color that we have. And in this case, that's my melee forces, right? At the same time, we can now create a new unit, and that's the Archer Militia. And as you can see, we have a whole lot more in here already, 34. So the goal is that the retinues are tanking in the front, while the archers are shooting from the flanks. And with this, we might very well survive this first raider attack. We should probably also work on a second type of unit though. That would be then most likely my either the militia footman or my spear militia. Alright, in the meantime, the storehouse has been upgraded. It's quite busy here. Right, lots of stuff going on. People are getting the bows right now. With the latest update, this one also has a door that is moving. Very nice detail. And in this case here, yeah, people are equipping themselves with weapons now. We also have 28 shoes in already. That's because we actually have a lot of shoes. The Burgage Pot level 1s, as far as I know, also consume no shoes, right? So that is the problem here. So I need to actually stop the cobbler shop for now, because it's consuming all my leather. And we need to be careful there. The leather, it's at 22 for the wild animals. That would be over here. I'm not going to assign another family yet again, because that would just deplete all kinds of animals that we have. What I can do though is, yep, assign a family again to the forager hut. So they're going to collect me the berries once more. And the surplus of shoes we can sell. If I'm going down this route. We'll just see where we have them. Commodities, there it is. Export for the shoes. I'm not going to have a dedicated trade route for this. We're going to say 15 is the minimum, right? The consumption is very low, so this is fine. And this just adds a bit of extra money then to us. Speaking about money, we're at 106 wealth right now. I could actually use this wealth to also add some burgage extensions that we have. Like, for example, a chicken coop and also a goat shed. Both of them are going to work right away. One of them is producing eggs for us, adding yet another type of food. And the other one is going to produce hides for us passively. Not as much as a hunter, but still fine enough so that we have a nice, decent, healthy leather production outside of the wild animals. That's something we want to build up as well. And there they are already working now. I think the goat is going to take a while. The chicken's already there. And there's also the goat. And we're going to take this ladder then right away. Also, they've upgraded, I think, the water in here. It looks a bit nicer than before. It actually is animated now. Incredible how many updates there have been already since the launch. Now, in this case here, the next burgages are coming along. So the city center is coming along. And we have more and more workforce, right? So we can use this, of course, to also get more plank production on its way. By the way, the stable has received its second ox now. So we have 2 oxen now working. Perfect. And how's it looking with my trees? Because we have, of course, a work area that is only for this area, right? So we still have some trees left, but you can see how it's all being chopped down. So this is all going to be future city space then right away that we can use. I'd also add some ornaments here. A decent shrine somewhere in between. That you can build in these little corners then as well. Unfortunately, no other ornaments for now. Not the best weather to finish construction, but it is what it is. 2 more burgages that we can have then over here. Now, of course, we should still be making a decent amount of bows. We have equipped now, I think, everyone. Yep, this one is full actually, this archer militia here. So we can actually go ahead and sell bows again, hopefully. And I would like to use some additional regional wealth to continue then with, yeah, probably another chicken coop again. That we may have more eggs than ever. At this point, unfortunately, Inventory has been claimed. And yeah, we're definitely going to see some bloodshed over this territory at some point. Can't fiddle my way around that, unfortunately. I think also, since we have the workforce, I'm going to add another family once again to the stonecutter, so that we may see another supply of stone coming in. The war bows are also being sold again. And we have 49 timber at this point. That's a lot. And firewood. Can you trade firewood? I'm not entirely sure. What we are actually going to do though is using that clay deposit now. It's my next step. We do need it for roof tile production. There is a wild animal deposit here, so the hunting grounds, right, with the deer. We should never touch this. Roads also count as construction, so don't get your road within that circle, otherwise this deposit here will be depleted automatically. Now we are going to make a nice connection here. There you go, going deep into the forest, and right on top of this we'll be able then to use my mining pit. And this one, oh, 6 trees we need to uproot. Probably. This too far? This would be too far then. 6. Can we? Yeah, 6 is the minimum that I need to use. Right, and with that, we can build this mining pit here for getting some clay. And there's the road then. Deep in this actually not so dark forest, considering the size of those trees. And with that, we'll see some clay then coming in as well. Perfect. Now, also, we should check out my farming area. I think it was somewhere over here. Yep. This is the area we need to carefully use. So actually, let's not have the market here. All right. So the market will probably be somewhere over here then, if I want to have actually a city connection. Here instead, we're going to use the farming area. So we're going to need a farmhouse then for this. But that's for year 3. It's not super required at the moment. What we can do, however, is upgrade another one to the level 3. And probably this one here too. And this one here too. We have enough logs. So another 3 upgrades will actually push us to the next village status. And that also means more taxes. I might actually add another hunter. Let's add another hunting family here. It's a rich animal deposit, so it should actually last us quite some time. And this one needs a timber. This is a long way for an ox. But I think there it is, right? Yeah, that's the ox. Already on its way. Quite busy in this forest here already, with the hunters, the foragers, and now then also the miner. Let's have another road going over here. I would like to use this then for a few more houses that we can... Oh, wait a second. In this little corner, a shrine does wonders. Literally. And then I can actually go ahead and have me some more... Yeah, not that many more actually. Homes here. Right, for the 12 logs, so that we may actually continue here with an industry zone. So this is going to be a bit of an industry zone here, also having the road connection going up to this area for that block, and then probably making another road. This is a strange looking road, but it's going to do the job just fine for now. Everything close to that storehouse here, right? A bit of a smelly industry as well. We can actually go ahead now and have my a rooftop production, so roof tiles, clay tiles, a furnace, and this one I would like to have done somewhere here. I'll actually squeeze it in somewhere here. So we can still have something in this area too. Yeah. Perfect, like the bloomery. Would fit in perfectly fine like this. Very nice. And another thing that we can think about is this area, because it fits. Probably another dense house then. Or 2 houses like this. Or we just move the logging camp at some point anyway, right? As the city is creeping in. There it is. The upgrades were finished. And with that, we have a new development point. So we have 2 available again that we can then use. I'm actually tempted to go for the trapping. That means that hunters can get still meat outside of the hunting grounds with traps. I might also prepare my farming with the heavy blow, which is the I'm going to wait a few more months for this, right? Because it's not super important right now. The berries are useless because even this normal berry deposit here, right, is growing so rapidly that we're always full on berries. We have 47 right now, more than anything else. And it's also going to last us through winter. No props. We should of course consider that we continue to grow. So that is something. Now we have 113 firewood. That also means I probably should use one of my development points actually for the charcoal burning. There it is. Let's do this. Because the charcoal is much more efficient than a normal firewood. And the more houses we get, the more burning we have to do. And this really saves you a lot of firewood and fuel in the short and long term. It's a huge building, and I probably would like to have a bit further outside here, because it is also dirty, right? Somewhere over there, still close enough to everything to make it viable, but a bit further away so no one smells the smoke all the time. As always, bad weather. But this also adds to a lot of atmosphere to Abbott. As always, what a beautiful game. Fantastic. As the city continues to grow here. This area I would like to reserve for a nice tavern, a central one. I've heard some criticisms before. Not to build it close to the church. I mean, in Austria it's quite normal to have a tavern next to the church. This time around, we're going to have it a bit further away. Just for variety's sake. Also, 40 timber we still have. I would like to have a few more houses over here. Probably like this, yes. As we continue to move towards this direction, right? Around the market at least. Burgage plot, pantry's full. Yep, this actually is my next one. That would be a granary. We're probably going with 2 granaries anyway. One for the farming area and one for my hunting and berry and, yeah, honey area. That would be then something over here, just beside the forager. In this case here, we're also going to upgrade this granary then, so it's getting a bit bigger. Let's keep a bit of a space around it too. New family moves in. With that, we're sitting at 22 families at the moment. That's 70 people. Closing in on the first 100. Also, the next trees are being felled over here, so we will need to think about a new logging industry soon, or area at least, that we can use. And I think I found the perfect location for it already. I'm actually going to assign now an ox to the saw pit because we need more planks, right? And this is going to help it a bit, as we do lack the oxen for this. A dedicated oxen will always make sure that the saw pit has logs available. But we have a lot of construction going on right now. I might also consider another hitching post, and with that more oxen. Yeah, let's do this. And I think we might just have it then here as well. Or, wait a second, even better. No, let's have it here. That's fine. It's close to the main road here that leads then to this area. And that was quick. Already finished. And let's order an ox. Yeah, with 2 families hunting, this wild animal deposit now is at its limit. So 10, going up to 12 again, but probably being slaughtered immediately. So it's fine now to just have 1 family here. There's not going to be any more meat out of this than that. So trapping is actually a viable option that we could consider. The clay furnace has been finished. Let's assign a family. And let's also get a bit of a fuel reserve in. This is then also going to be coal once we have coal available. And let's make sure now that the clay that we should have in at this point, or I haven't assigned anyone to it yet. I haven't assigned anyone to the mining pits. Let's assign 1 family. That's plenty. That's already enough. And since this is going to be an infinite mining pit, we can actually base our roof tiles on export, right? So we have actually a potentially very lucrative export good available here that we can use. And that's the roof tiles. And roof tiles would cost me 160 for dedicated trade route. This is though absolutely worth it in the long run. So far so good. More construction is being finished. It's, yeah, the end of summer. Another winter is creeping in soon. Resource-wise, we should carefully look at food, as it is dwindling a bit. With all the construction, I've neglected my food a bit. And we're growing rather rapidly at the moment. So this would be my next target now. And then, of course, there's still the radar attack nearing. 196 days left on that. I hope you enjoyed this one. Manor Lords it is. Stay tuned.